It took us 6 months to find the boat that we wanted. We knew it had to be blue water because we wanted to go long-term cruising. Eventually, in November 2007, we found Cordelia. She was big enough for our families to come on holiday and small enough that it wasn't going to cost us an arm and a leg to sail her around the world. We've done numerous upgrades and still got some left to do. However, we know that this boat, as strong as it is, will take us as far as we want to go. A few weeks ago, a couple of our viewers who aren't known to each other actually asked us whether we would do a boat tour. Yeah, why not? I thought, I'll do a boat tour. Crikey, I never realised quite how difficult it was going to be, or how long it was going to be. If you have any questions at the end, please drop them in the comments. We will answer. And if you've got any other ideas of what we ought to do with the boat, let us know. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoy.
Hi, welcome to the exterior boat tour of Cordelia. Cordelia was built in 1984 in New Zealand, designed and built by the Salthouse brothers, Bob Salthouse, and we think that there are at least 5 still working their way around the planet, but we don't know how many were built in total. But she's 46 foot, or she's classified as a Venus 46 auxiliary ketch, so she's 46 foot on deck. We've got at the front, modified in our ownership, we played around with this bow roller arrangement when we got the Rockner. So we got a 40 kilo Rockner, we got a Mantis S3 swivel, we got a 15-week-old Jack Russell that likes getting into everything, and we got 100 meters of 13mm chain and a V5 Lumar windlass with a 2000 watt 12 volt electric motor. We've got teak decks throughout and teak tow rails. What we quite like, especially with the dog, is the fact that it's got the it's quite deep, so it feels quite secure. As you can see from that shot, we've got a furling Genoa, which is quite high cut, so you can got good visibility underneath it, and I think it's about 120%, but quite high cut, what I would think of as like a Yankee. And then we've got a similar arrangement on the staysail there. We've got 2 Dorade vents at the front into the forward cabin. Spare fuel which we carry on deck. It's 120 litres. I don't think we really need to, but we just got into the habit of doing it, and it makes it look like we're long distance cruisers. The main mast is keel stepped with twin spreaders, and we've got LED lights on the top and LED spreader lights. And it's a conventional slab reefed main with 3 reefs in the main. This bag is not normally there. We'd normally have the dinghy stowed on the foredeck, but at the moment it's got our big boy bean bag in it as a temporary home. These other bags are our parachute anchor and the associated line. I think we've got 150 meters of 20mm line that goes with it. But basically that's where it lives. We've got solar panels, which is something that we did have solar panels there, but we realised last year that they'd been on there for I don't know how many years and weren't actually doing anything at all. So these are new ones, and they're 175 watts each, and they've got their own controller each, so we're going to see how we get on with those. Plus we've got some more at the back. That's the Spinnaker Pole, which is living there temporarily. We need to get the right fitting so that we can stow it on the front of the mast. And we've got another 2 dorades which go into the kind of main saloon area, and then these 2 hatches which are into the main saloon area. We've got various air vents in the boat, either in the heads, we've got front and rear heads, and then that one's into the galley area. Then we got this framework which is obviously supports the solar panels, but in our ownership we had this bit added in just to as a nice handhold as you're going forward on the deck. The rigging we've had replaced in our ownership. It's about 2 years old now. We had it done by Harry James in the rig shop in Southampton, and we swapped over to Staylock fittings on the majority of it, certainly on the bottom end. Got the spray hood which we had done in the UK by JB Covers, and he also did the bimini cover which has got sides that completely fill it in. These are the primary winches, which are Anderson 58s, which are nice and shiny. It's always good to have shiny. So once again, non-original I think is this this solid guardrail which goes through to midships. I think that was done out in Thailand by the previous owner, and at the same time, so it's about 15-18 years ago, they had the new teak tow rail, new teak decks, and had all these kind of, you can see these little scuppers put in which vent over the side. Moving back, we've got the coach roof here, which is our rear cabin. We've got a deck stepped mizzen and a air breeze wind generator, the radar reflector, and LED lights. Another couple of dorade vents into our cabin. These are pretty nasty. They're chromed bronze. We've actually got some cast stainless ones in the UK that we bought on eBay that we've got to get back to the UK sometime and pick up to swap out. This is one of our favourite areas on the boat. It's the back deck, because as you can see from the size of the dog in the picture, it's quite a nice area, and it's normally where we have the big boy beanbag. We've got the 2 lazarette lockers. Oh, don't chew on that. Just heard the dog out of the way. Locker wise, in the lazarette, basically the whole of this back section is 2 lockers. This one is the gas locker. We carry about 35 kilos, 36 kilos of gas over 3 bottles, and we've got various different attachments that we can theoretically hook up to gas anywhere in the world. We've got a spare anchor in there, which is this little dog is starting to be a bit fractious. So yeah, we've got a spare delta anchor in there. On this side it tends to be we've got 50 litres of spare water in there. We've got fuel tank for the, so the solid rails come all the way around and join into this back area, and then we've got the 2 little dolphin seats. Funny little things like this, we've never known what they're for, but they've been very nicely done by somebody who was very skilled. Has anybody got any ideas what they're for? Let us know in the comments. And then it's built into this davit section, and then 2 more solar panels covered in dust. We got fishing rod mounts on either side, AIS antenna and GPS antenna. Yeah, 15 horsepower Yamaha outboard, plus we've got the electric Torpedo one. We've got a rack on that side which we put the fenders in, and we've got another rack on that side which used to have a life raft in it, but we've got a different life raft now, a bigger one, and so I've kind of repurposed it with a gas bottle and gas barbecue which we fitted this year. Excuse the mess of it, we were using it last night. But yeah, it's slightly different in that it's got a cast plate in the bottom of it, but works really nicely so far. Put this on which we can move around. It's got these nice little Mantis clamps that they do, so not only do they do anchors and swivels, and they do fancy little clamps as well, which are good, so we can move that around to various places for either sorting out the barbecue or chopping up a fish should we happen to get one. Going to the back of the boat, that's the transom of Cordelia. Shh. And little Gus making a noise, rarely makes a noise. So quite a conventional stern, quite a low freeboard on the boat, so compared to a more modern boat like this one, that's a Bavaria 45, and it's huge compared to little Cordelia, but we weigh about 18-19 ton, conventional kind of, or cutaway 4-foot and semi-long keel, so it's got a very easy motion when you're offshore. Doesn't slam, tracks really well. Crap when you try to reverse it into a marina, but as soon as you get out, it's really nice. You feel very safe, and with that deep centre cockpit, she's really, you just feel safe. So the back end, there's a lot going on the back end. So this is the cockpit area, which is quite small for this size boat, certainly compared to a more modern boat, and it's not so easy to get in and out of, but once you're in it and you're offshore or just out sailing, you feel very safe and secure in here. Yet to be varnished. You see there that we've got twin controls either side of the compass. It's a kind of, well, it's an Edson system, so it's an American style system. You see it on a lot of American boats, or certainly boats with Edson steering systems, older ones. So one of them is throttle, the other one is the gears. Takes a little bit of getting used to. Our other boat just had the more conventional single lever that operates both at the same time. So when we first got this boat, it was a little bit of a culture shock. Cockpit locker wise, we've got this one, which is where the manual bilge pump lives, and also our Honda 2 kVA generator. So we haven't got an inbuilt generator, but we have got the ability to generate 240 with that. This locker, like probably a lot of other boat lockers, seems to have a lot of what Annette would term as crap, but I term as useful stuff, but probably some of it is crap that we're carrying around unnecessarily. So the sliding hatch is super heavy. what we quite often do when we're on passage is we at night we sit here, pull this forward and then put the iPad up there to watch a film or read a book, whatever. It's quite a nice little place to snug into. So it's Cordelia's engine room. You've got the engine, which is a Perkins M92, different colour to a normal Perkins because I rebuilt it and sprayed it. That's mated to a Borg Warner Velvet Drive auto gearbox. Fuel filter, water strainer, the Osmocy 12 volt water maker, and below that is the calorifier, and below that is the black tank. Tankage wise, we've got the black tank in here. Forward of that we've got a disused water tank. We have actually got a bladder to go in that, but we haven't used it yet. I wouldn't say we haven't needed it, but we haven't used it. The main water tank is on this side, which has got about 350 litres in it, and then outside underneath the pilot berth we've got the main diesel tank, and then we've got another diesel tank in the inside that panel there.
This is the rear cabin, which is where Steve and I actually sleep. We've got this bed here, which is a kind of small double, and then we've got the quadrant in the middle underneath there. A couple of fans there, which Steve installed last year, and then this is a big, almost kind of king size bed here. We have storage underneath here on both sides. You can access that underneath the mattress as well. We have storage down here. Are you having a problem there?
He's like a wayward child. Gus!
Gus! Gus, come here. Where is he?
He's down the bed.
And then swinging round here, we have the chest of drawers here. They're really good, sturdy, strong drawers, and quite deep. And then we've got a large cupboard there, which, as you can see, is like a double cupboard. And then behind me, past the mirror, you have like a kind of hanging space there with a couple of drawers.
No.
Oh. No. No what?
No, the dog is biting me.
Well, you should be up by now anyway.
I have been up. But it's a siesta time.
Yeah, but not... Siesta doesn't mean that you get right into bed, Steve.
Does it not?
Gus! Gus! Leading on from the rear cabin is an ensuite bathroom, mainly a toilet, and oh, that's nice.
You think this is funny?
I'm sorry. Well, why are you on there? You know what I'm doing. Come on. Oh God. That's disgusting. Anyway.
New sink top, new doors.
Electric
toilet.
Yeah, because the other one's a manual. 2 hats. There is a shower down there, except that we don't ever use it as a shower.
Yeah. Alright, thanks. Cheers. Bye.
So we're leaving the rear cabin now, our bedroom, and we've got this 25-foot long corridor, as somebody once said it was. No, it's not 25 foot long, but as you can see, we come out. Just here, this little door here, that's the Black Hole of Calcutta in there. Now that's our engine room. Steve will tell you about that. It's not very easy access. You've got to be very short. Luckily Steve is. There is a fuel tank underneath here, and this is where we keep all of our plates, our crockery, and this is just a hole underneath here. There used to be a water maker in there, but we just use it as storage. And then we have a Victor Frigo freezer, which is here, and that's really deep. That goes right down to the floor. That's super duper. And we have a Force 10 4-burner cooker, which I love because it's got almost a full-size oven. I think you can guess which area this is. Sorry. See this? This is so as when we go off, when we go sailing, that we remember to turn off the water, because we did have a disaster once. And this is our saloon area. So yeah, we've got this kind of full sofa here with the table. This table goes up and down, so it does become a double bed, which is excellent, because we do use that in the summer. We use that when we're on passage, because we use it for overnight passages. It's a lot easier. We can see the person who's on watch from here. On this side, just the 2 chairs, and we have another table here as well, which we do use. There's storage behind all of the cushions, and there's storage below the cushions as well. Huge, great big storage areas, and we also have storage in in some of the bilge area. It is quite deep. And if you come back here, my understanding is that this is a chart table. Doesn't everybody's chart table look like this now? Because ours never looks any different. It's never had a chart on it. Not in our lifetime anyway. And this is Steve's, well, it's meant to be the pilot berth. This is the pilot berth, but as you can see, we can't possibly use it as the pilot berth. Steve uses it to store all of the things that it's like, this little kind of man cave area. But it has been mighty handy, because we can move everything into there. It's used us quite free. Oh yeah, you can see we've got gas tanks there. No, not gas tanks. Air tanks. We've got 4 air tanks there, because Steve does scuba dive as well. There are 3 cupboards behind the companionway steps, the top one being full of crap, as you can see. That's Steve's crap. The middle one is all the electronics, so like the computer boards to the navionic system, and then the bottom one is full of our batteries. That battery that you can see right there is the starter battery. These batteries, if you've watched a previous episode, they are our housebank batteries. This is the only annoying thing. We do have the mast that comes down through the boat, but it does make it extremely strong. And our companionway there, which is quite steep, but then it is quite deep. I don't know what the height is in here, but you can easily be kind of 6'6" in here, which is good. All the way through, right the way down into the bedroom. And behind me, we have a Vitrifrigo stainless steel fridge, which I absolutely love. The only one thing about this whole boat is it's quite dark. We do wish it was a bit lighter, and we have spoken about painting kind of these areas here white. I don't know whether we'll do that or not. Hey Gus, you coming for lunch? Hey, are you coming for lunch? Yeah? This is our forward head. Steve's recently renewed the sink and the top here, and the sliding doors. That's a bit anal, isn't it?
Bit what?
Anal.
For what?
The way I roll the towels up. Do it up there as well.
Anal in the toilet.
No, I know. Yeah, we've recently repainted all of the walls and that. So we shower in here as well. We have a there you go. We have a curtain there which we pull all the way around, and we actually shower in here. So yeah, it's a bit tight, but it's big enough. We certainly don't come in here together. Ah, this. You might be wondering what this is. Well, let's put it this way. Yeah, this. You might be wondering what this is doing in here. In the one of those drawers there is the ball, the baseball that goes with it. But if I just say to you, we don't have a firearm on the boat, that'll give you the reason why we've got that. This is our forward berth, and I'm not going to kid you, it is normally full of bits and pieces. It's only because we've just recently done the headlining, but I can lay full length in it, and so can Steve. The locker there is the anchor locker, and we've got two massive drawers here that are so heavy I can't undo them. Oh, there you go. It's got Steve's scuba gear in, or some of it, and then this one here is just filled up with toiletries. We also have a locker here, and we have storage. We've got to repair that. We have storage underneath both of the bunks here and here. Not very big, but we can't get under the bunks through the top. We can only get under here. And this door here is a secondary door into the heads here. So yeah, it's got a nice hatch here, which we have open during the summer completely. Take it off actually, and turn on the light. We have a hanging locker there, which is quite a large hanging locker. Goes back quite a way. Yeah, we can store quite a bit of stuff in there actually, because it goes back quite a way. I've been For 13 years I've wanted shelves in there. I haven't yet got any shelves. I can hear him in the background moaning. But it's true. 13 years I've waited for shelves in there. I'm still waiting. Well, yeah, you made these. Well, yeah, he...
did make them?
Yes, I know. Steve made these cushions here. Because they were pretty skank. And, yeah, he made them a few years ago. Well, they haven't really been used very much, obviously, because your forward berth doesn't get used very much. And, yeah, today we decided that they were the wrong colours. Because, yeah, it's all a bit orangey in here, isn't it? But anyway. Yeah. And these here, they go in the companionway hatch. And it gets really hot, but it stops the mosquitoes from getting in. Well, I only renewed this netting last year. I've got to do it again. There's a couple of holes in. So, yeah. Oh my god, if you've made it this far, well done. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And if you've got any comments, please make them. We love reading them and we love replying to them. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed it. See you in a couple of weeks. Bye.